Welcome. This is your tutorial for how to access our second type of homework in class, what Miss P and I refer to as your Calm homework. We call it Calm because that is the name of the website. So in any browser, doesn't matter if you are on a computer or on your phone, you type in calm.indiana.edu. That is for Indiana, as in the university. So you should go ahead and bookmark this page right now because this is where you'll have to access your account. Miss P and I have made accounts for you, and to get to the login screen, you have to select high school here. And from this screen, you need to select District of Columbia. We are not under Washington, D.C., District of Columbia. And in DC, there are two schools that operate the Calm system, Cesar Chavez and Ellington. You do not go to Cesar Chavez, so select Ellington. And then you have a selection of instructors. You should recognize these names. But for chemistry, you either have me or you have Miss Pescucci. If you have Miss Pescucci, she only has the one level of chemistry and her login screen will be easy. If you have me, you do need to remember which chemistry class you are in and select the correct one, otherwise your account will not work. So I'm doing this for chemistry right now, that middle section. And when you select on that, it will have your login screen. As I said, we have made logins for you, and to keep it easy, it is your last name and your first initial. No spaces, not capitalized, nothing crazy, and your password is your student ID number. So this is not storing some sort of crazy sensitive information, so we made the logins pretty easy. And the enter button on this entire system is this button here that says push me to authenticate. So you may want to try and save that password, but it's probably not going to log in and save on your phone, which is why I said to bookmark the front page and just remember last name, first initial, and your password is your ID number. So from here, this is the screen you need to learn how to navigate. And throughout the year, you're going to see new topics appearing here, topic 1 all the way through 10 or 11. And they always start off with a plus sign. Anytime you see a plus sign, select the plus sign and it opens up a submenu. So that topic 1 has multiple sections. So right now, section 1, density and properties of matter. It's what we've been going over, so that's what your homework is on. You see another plus sign, click another plus sign. And here are all the questions. So do note that all these circles right now are green. Green means that is currently assigned. It means you need to answer it. If it is yellow, that means it's late. So these assignments will open at 8 a.m. on Tuesdays and close at 10 p.m. on Mondays. And this will actually close at that time. You'll still have access to it, but they will be marked late. So you can see in this first assignment, which we'll call Topic 1, Section 1, there are 17 questions. So these different question formats have different looks to them. So I'll click on question 1. And you'll see this is a lovely multiple choice question, very simple. It says you have 2 attempts to answer the question. So formula for the density of a substance is, we went over this in class. Density is mass divided by volume. That would be the selection here. So once you select that, you do have to hit this push me button to actually enter it. And it'll tell you, good job, your answer was correct. You have to hit the button again and it takes you back to that question screen. Once you have entered and correctly answered the question, a check mark appears here. Don't pay attention to the percentage signs. The percentage signs are simply how many times did it take you to get the question right. If you have a check mark, you will get full credit for that question, okay? So that's an example of a multiple choice question. Let me jump down to say question 8. Question 8, you see that big blank? That means this is a fill in the blank question. Most of the time that means a calculation. Sometimes it may be a typed out word of some sort. But for these questions, you have an infinite number of chances to get the question right. So this is calculate the density of a metal cylinder that has a volume of 2.23 milliliters and a mass of 80.848 grams. So that's mass over volume, but the mass is the second number they gave me. So I have to enter that one into my calculator first. So my calculator off to the side, I'm going to do 80.848 divided by 2.23, hit enter, and then I'm going to enter the number from my calculator, and I get 36.25, and I'll say 5. Push me to enter the answer. Good job! My answer was correct. Moving forward, and you see I've got another check here. You see that I skipped around here. I did not do the questions in order, and you don't have to do the questions in order. In fact, you can do a couple of questions at a time. A lot of people work on these questions on the bus or at lunch. Anytime they can knock out a couple of questions at once, you've got a week to do it, and it's not going to be too bad. So once you're all done, you can scroll up, and the exit button is how you log out. So you'll click exit, and it'll log you out to this screen. If you forget and you didn't mean to exit, you did it by accident, you can go back to that main screen by clicking here, and it takes you back to that front screen. If for some reason when you're trying to log in you don't see District of Columbia, you probably accidentally selected college instead of high school. So please make sure you do that. And that's it. If you have any questions or your login's not working, just come and find Miss P or I, and we will make sure that everything is working properly and remind you how to get in. Okay, happy homework.